what I've heard about them as a couple is that they've been living separate lives for a very long time. So they together, but they living separate. And part of the reason why they're already living separate lives, and we may actually see one of the biggest divorces in Hollywood, is because Jay-Z is up next to be exposed. And it's only so much of these stories that Jay-Z can, he can pay off, but he can block. He won't be able to stop this. And she knows it, and he knows it too. As far as who's gonna be the breakout victim / story, I don't know. I might have to ask you something. I don't know. But I'm just letting you know that once that comes out and Jay-Z is exposed for his nefarious past, you're gonna see Beyonce. Okay? And she may or may not do an interview, but you're gonna their publicist is gonna release something. You're gonna say, oh, the artists have been separated for some time, they built this beautiful life, blah 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 blah. Now before all this happens, we may get another tour, we may get another album out of both of them.
The streets are saying that Beyoncé has packed her bags and has packed her kids and is drifting away from Jay-Z. This doesn't come with surprise at all because there have been rumors that their marriage is on its last leg and on the verge of collapse. This is an interesting turn of the event because their marriage has always been allegedly a business transaction, and the only reason they have stayed together that long is because it financially made sense for them to stay together.
To stay on the top. So remember, your relationship was a business relationship, financial, to get to the top, to become billionaires. There's no love there. See, what's done in the dark will definitely come in the light. Keep your threats up. I'm here today, and what I got to say, I'm gonna say it. So don't make idle threats.
Therefore, as long as it makes sense for them to stay together, and as long as they could keep up with the image of being the #1 powerful couple in Hollywood, nothing could tear them apart or break their marriage. But now it looks as though the marriage is at risk because rumor has it that Jay-Z is about to get the Diddy's treatment and he is on his way to go down just like Diddy. Just as they say, birds of the same feather flock together. According to sources, there have been rumors that Beyoncé is gradually checking out of the marriage and that she has been separated from Jay-Z for a hot minute now. To shoot at another obvious point, Beyoncé and Jay-Z has been holding parties to celebrate his achievements yearly, but decides to cancel it this year. Why? Isn't that obvious? Diddy, on the other hand, sees Jay-Z as his icon that replaced Tupac. He continues to display photos of himself and Jay-Z on his website, Combs Global, showcasing their connection. A number of industry insiders have also indicated that Jay-Z and Diddy are quite similar in the way they handle people. Among these, Jaguar Wright, who took her claims a step further by highlighting the fact that many of the folks that used to roll tight with Jay-Z, like Miguel, experienced some really fatal consequences.
I ever saw Jay-Z or even heard him spit a rhyme was at an MC battle, street battle in New York. But he didn't show up as Jay-Z, he didn't show up as the hottest rapper on the street. He showed up as a that was with Big L.
Rest
For
in
those
peace.
of you,
Rest in peace, Big L.
rest in peace, Big L. That was
Dopest.
the
One of
sensei.
the dopest.
Big
Yes.
L was who put Jay-Z on.
Without question.
And then Big L died, and then the next thing you know, Jay-Z. And then, he starts clienteling with Tupac and clienteling with Biggie and doing songs with Biggie and building a working, camaraderie with Honeycomb. And
Why do you give him the honeycombs? Why do you give him honeycombs?
Because he's Max's. That's dynamite. Anyway.
Each time Diddy history is brought up, there is a lengthy list of people who either died young, fell ill, or completely disappeared from the entertainment industry after becoming involved with Brother Love.
Don Carter is worse.
Uh-oh. Oh, man.
He's smarter. He's patient. He's not sloppy. This he been lining up people he calls friends and stepping to the side while they get hit by the guillotine for 30 years.
Like I said, Biggie died, Tupac died, and then there was the fight between who was the top rapper now, Nas and Jay-Z, and then the next thing you know, Nas has a nervous breakdown and he's taken out of the game, and it's all Jay-Z.
It's all Jay-Z.
It's all Jay-Z. And he was working with R. Kelly, and they were making so many records together. You know, they made all of those records together. They both Aaliyah. They shared so much in common.
With this saga and allegations, do you think Jay-Z will suffer the same way Diddy's suffering and watching his empire crumbling before his eyes? Do you think Jay-Z will end up like Diddy, or do you think Diddy will end up snitching up on Jay-Z? Jaguar Wright once said, "You are the company you keep." However, you may want to know what Diddy has responded to the raiding of his house using his lawyer as a medium. Watch this.
Public statement since yesterday's federal raids on his homes in Florida and California. CNN security correspondent Josh Campbell is joining us now from Los Angeles with more. Josh, give us the latest.
Yeah, Wolf, well, an attorney for Sean Combs blasting federal agents who were at both residences yesterday in Miami and here in Los Angeles, blasting what they're calling a show of force by armed tactical agents. The attorney describing this as a witch hunt, saying that this was a gross overuse of military-level force. Still, he says that Combs is cooperating with investigators. I'll read you part of the statement. He goes on to say, neither Mr. Combs nor any of his family members have been arrested, nor has their ability to travel been restricted in any way. There's been no finding of criminal or civil liability with any of these allegations. Mr. Combs is innocent and will continue to fight every single day to clear his name. Of course, Wolf, the law enforcement action that attorney is criticizing involved dozens of federal agents showing up yesterday at these residences. This team of federal agents, Wolf, responsible for investigating